Okay, this is part 2 to the mixed media paper flowers, silk flowers with ice resin, non-sealant, diamond glaze, Sealants paper glaze, collage page, gel de soleil, you name it. I tried it. So I'm going to show you the results of my experiments. You might notice behind me things are looking a little different in the messy workshop. It's a little less messy. I cleaned it up and I have a nice new workbench that I found that really makes me happy. So I'm going to ask you to step back here to my new workbench and I'm going to show you the results of my experiments. So here we are at my new workbench. I hope you like it. It's got this really cool pegboard back. I don't know if you get that, Robbie, and show them. And this nice rack up here. I've got corkboard up here. I've got this cool lamp that I found at Home Depot too that's got these balloon type shades that I can adjust. However, I'm just going to love working here and doing my resin. It's got a nice drawer full of stuff already. So very nice. Hope you can find one too if you like it. Anyway, getting back to part 2 of the different sealants and stuff over paper that I've been experimenting with, especially the paper flowers. This is the grunge board base that I made in the last video. You probably recognize it. I used the Krylon leafing pen and just went around the edges, but there's no reason why you couldn't, say, use smooch inks or some of your other paper inks to do that. You know, whatever kind of thing that you want to color that off and color the grunge board. And then as you can see, I drilled little holes in here. You can drill right through with a drill if you want through grunge board. And then I put the rivets, the eyelet rivets. I won't get into how to set those. There are videos that we have on YouTube that show how to set an eyelet rivet. If you don't know how to already, it's child's play. Don't be afraid of it. But anyway, so this is ready to go to make a necklace, which I actually did. Yesterday I made this pretty necklace using a base just like this. I'll show you real quick. See, there it is. And I actually drilled along here too so that I could hang stuff from the bottom. It really came out nice. But I'll show you a little bit more about that later. I want to talk to you about these products. That's the main reason for doing this video, is talk to you about these products. Getting back to ice resin. Connie Rios-Relia, I hope I'm saying your name right, Connie. I didn't ask you. She's really become an expert on using ice resin over silk flowers because she's done it so much. If you go to her website, www.julesdesigns.org, and I will repeat that in the description for this video so you can visit. You can actually buy these components from her that she's made. And you might want to do that just to have some samples of your own. She very generously gave me a few. I made this one into a ring. And it's very, very plasticized. Very rigid, let me tell you. This does not feel like a silk flower anymore. I used a bezel on the back to glue over the pistil where the thing goes through, you know, that attaches the silk flower. You know those things. And then it kind of stabilized it, and then I glued the cigar band ring base on, and this is just so cute. What fun. I love this. I'm going to see Nancy Griffith sing, the one that sang Love at the Five and Dime. I'm going to see her sing tonight. Maybe I'll wear that. Ooh. And also, here's one that she did with a ribbon. This is very rigid. You'd never believe this is ribbon. It feels like plastic now. And then here's the backing that she did. So check Connie out. Go to our website under Project Ideas and you'll find her tutorial on Ice de Cristal Silk Components by Connie Rios-Relia. Print it out and the directions are all there for you. But showing you some that I did. Now I collage paged these a couple of days ago and then I ice resined them. And I did the fairy dusting of glitter in these. But these are not as rigid or plastic as Connie's, and I think probably they could stand to have another little coat of ice resin on them. This one, however, I wanted to show you in particular, is rather transparent, and this is because this one did not get prepared on purpose. I did not prepare this. I just went straight over the paper on the Prima flower, and it has a different feel than these do. So if you like this look, then don't prepare it. But I really do recommend, because you never quite know what the paper's going to do. So it's really better if you do prep it first. I always recommend prepping. So this is what I got with ice. Also, now I did prep these, but you can still, this is what happens when you don't prep. Sometimes you'll get this leakage under the edge. I must not have got my Mod Podge right around the edges here on these flowers. This is all ice resin. This is Graphic 45 flower parts and pieces, and I took and I ice resined them, and then I riveted the center. We carry these on the website, so you'll be able to find them later today if you're interested. But going on to other products, there are a lot of other products that you can use to get very good, desirable effects. With the ice, like I say, you really need to prep first, but I found Pearl X Varnish by Jacquard, which we also carry on the site, is also a very nice prep. These two pieces were done with Pearl X, and I did not Collage Podge them first. This went directly on to the paper. Now, I don't see any darkening on this. They look good, but they are not plasticky feeling like the ice resin. They still feel like paper, but they are stabilized and waterproof now. And this one I've actually glued to a filigree, and I'm going to make this into a necklace here one of these days soon. Truth be told, I probably would have done another coat on this one. But anyway, Pearl X Varnish works too. Another product that works is Gel de Soleil, which is a resin. And this is what the Gel de Soleil looks like. Now, comparing it to ice resin. This is the ice resin. This is the Gel de Soleil. Very, very close in nature. One thing about Gel de Soleil, for this to cure, it needs to cure in direct sunlight or under a UV lamp. The UV lamp doesn't work that great. I have one. I don't like it. That's me. If you like it, cool. Good for you. I don't like it. Direct sunlight is good. But if you take this, you need to put the resin on inside, because as soon as it hits the sunlight, it starts curing. And if you have this on your skin, when you go outside in hot sunlight, it's going to start curing on you, and baby, it's hot. So just be careful. But I like to keep some Gel de Soleil around because it's good for curing a bezel that maybe bubbled or had an error. You can take it and you can fix it quick if you need to fix it quick. Kind of like super glue for resin. It's, you know, better to cure it with your ice if you've used ice, but if you don't have time, this will do it, and it does it good. Kind of expensive though. We carry it at the site, but it's kind of like that super glue stuff, a good thing to have around. I did this piece of a template too, but it's, I don't know, I'm not crazy about how it came out, but this came out good. This came out really good. Okay, next thing, Aleene's paper glaze. These flowers on here were done with Aleene's paper glaze, and I did not Collage Podge them first. It was direct. Went straight on there, did I think 2-3 coats, and they're great. They're not plastic like Connie's flower, but they are very waterproofed and very nice and good to go. And so that's what I used on there. And I like Aleene's paper glaze. It's economical because if you start doing this, guys, you're going to use a lot of this product. It's going to disappear off your bench quick. Aleene's paper glaze is also good over silk. This is a cuff that I made out of silk. Isn't it pretty? Let me put it on. Isn't that pretty? Just tie a little bit of ribbon in there. This cuff base is our indent cuff base in raw, which I prepared with, what was it, UT. I did UT and paints over this, and then I diamond glazed and glittered as a finish coat. But this has got 2 coats on it, and it's pretty crispy. It's hard. It's not moving. It's got a little bit of a gloss to it. If you wanted more gloss to get it looking more like Connie stuff, I'd say just keep going with it and putting coats. But this is 2 coats, and it's good to go, and it cures fast. However, now here's a flower that I did by not Collage Podging it first. This is a Prima flower that I put on a UT base I did in a video a few weeks ago. And it didn't come out so hot. I'm going to have to put some pearls or something over there. It has kind of a cool old look, but it's a little glurpy looking. So, you know, it's experimental. Be careful. Maybe depends. I think this was more of your mulberry type paper, and it didn't do it as well with the Aleene. So you can never hurt anything by Collage Podging first. You never hurt anything by doing it. I tried to avoid it. Some cases I'm able to, but it never hurts to do it first. Never, never, never. Aleene's paper glaze. You can get it at bcboutiques.com. Okay, here's one I did a long time ago, and this is hard as a rock, just like Connie's. However, it's not ice resin. What it is, I used Mod Podge on this. It was before my stock of Collage Podge came in. I used Mod Podge very, very thick. And I did about 4 coats of Judykin's diamond glaze over top of it when it cured. And then in the finish coat, as you can see, I did the very fine glitter, and I did some itty bitty beads, and then I did another coat of diamond glaze. And it's finished, hard as a rock. I usually have it hanging up here, but this is not going to become jewelry. It's too big. I don't know. I like it, so I'm keeping it. But this was done with Mod Podge and diamond glaze. So there you go, another option. And in conclusion today, the Collage Podge again. These are pieces that I did with the mat and nothing else. And they feel pretty much the same as they did when they were just paper and didn't have anything on them. Okay, a little stiffer. This is a Collage Podge that I showed you in the last video that has the glossy over it. So it looks a lot like the Aleene's paper glaze, really. So I suppose you could just go on, excuse me, with a couple layers of this, skip the Aleene's, and just use this and go ahead and put it on your base. And I see E6000 them on, but you could probably use a paper glue, or maybe in this case, I can't believe I'm saying it, but since it's paper, probably hot glue would be just fine. I'm a big person that's kind of against hot glue in making jewelry, but in a case of fabric and paper, hot glue would probably be just fine. But I did use E6000 in my piece. And I just want to show you that piece again real close, because it's just, I'm just so tickled with how it came out. It just lays so nice using this grunge board base. It went together like a dream. I did the gypsy beading and the kind of the work neckline that we talked about in a couple of videos. These are vintage glass. We don't have any of these for sale. These are private stash check beads. Very, very rare. This is vintage Moonglow lucite, which we sometimes do have on the website, but these were repurposed out of an old necklace. This is the uranium glass beads that we found in New York that we do have on the website and also at Etsy. They are very rare, come to find out. Very, very nice. People who collect Vaseline glass are into this. They're made in the 50s in Czechoslovakia. And the chain findings, bead caps, all that stuff is available at Bisou Boutiques, along with Prima flowers and Afiras flowers. Pretty soon we're going to have Petaloo flowers. These vintage beads are available there. And we have Tim Holtz Grunge Board, Collage Podge, and all these nice products that you need to get started sealing paper flowers and making jewelry from them. So let me know what you make. Stay in touch. Maybe there'll be some more videos. And be sure to visit Connie Rios Relia's Jules Designs website and maybe pick up a couple of her Ice de Cristal silk components so that you can see what's going on for yourself, because they are really, really nice. And thanks again, Connie, for all of your help in making the tutorial and also helping to give me some ideas for these videos. So you guys have a great day, and until next time, be creative.